Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Radford Castro is here. He's our director of engineering, and he has brought with him a little laptop, and I mean little. It's a pretty little laptop.
Yes.
This is from Asus, the Zenbook.
The Zenbook, the UX301.
Okay.
This is actually they only have two lines, the lower line and the high line, and that's it.
This is high end.
This is actually the lower end.
What?
Yes, this is
Well,
the
what?
i5.
All right.
It runs an i5, but the resolution is off the wall. It's 1560 by 1440.
15, but for an 11-inch screen?
Yeah, for 13.3.
13-inch screen.
Yeah,
That's
so
great.
it's pretty impressive. I mean, considering all that it does right here. So, but design-wise, looking at it right now as an ultrabook, it's pretty clean.
2560.
Yeah, 2560.
I thought you said 1560.
Oh, no,
2560 by
1440.
1440. Okay, that I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah. For 13, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has a nice little brush aluminum here. Let's see.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah.
This is Asus does a great job. This reminds me a little of those Transformers.
You got this like
but
swirly brushed aluminum look or nickel
beautiful.
look.
Is it glass top? Or?
Yeah. This logo actually lights up, and if I open it up, you'll see it light up. There you go. Well, you probably won't be able to see
nice
it much.
ad for Asus. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice little ad.
Yeah.
Keep it up. And let me show you the profile a little bit. It's actually pretty nice. It's really nice and thin.
This is an ultrabook. Very much
yes,
so.
it's definitely ultrabook.
Yeah.
And this thing weighs about 3 pounds.
Wow, it's beautiful.
So yeah, it's really clean. You're looking at something. You have a couple of things going on here on this side. You got the microphone, headphone jack, and a couple of USB ports. On this side, you have the DC, DCN. And on this side, let me show you the side real quick. This is the SD card and some other stuff. The 3.0 USB 3.0 as well as some power stuff. So, but it's your typical, ports that you'd expect to see from an ultrabook. You're not going to have things like a DVD drive and any of that stuff. It's meant for on-the-go sort of thing. It's a mobile ultrabook here. And so here's the display. You probably,
Touch?
That's
it's
a
definitely
nice
touch.
display.
It's a really nice display.
Yeah.
So I'm going to enter my password in here. Do not look.
Do not look. Burke very thoughtfully put his hand in front of the camera.
So here you go. I'll show you the display again. Yeah, this is a very snappy and responsive, speed at an i5, and this is running at 2560. So of course you're expecting something pretty
That is a
snappy.
high res display.
Yeah, it's really high res. Now, what really surprises me about this is the performance. But before we get into that, let me show you a little bit on the marks that it got on 3D Mark. So I'm just going to hit photos here. So this is the rating that it got on 3D Mark. I don't know if you could see that, but this is just right above a couple of the ultra-light notebooks that are out there. It's scoring 1862 above a 1667. So it's just slightly better than a lot of the ultra-light notebooks that are out there right now. But when you're actually playing the games, it's really not that bad. We know it can do stuff like, the spreadsheets and Microsoft Office and all the other good stuff. But let me just run something in. This is an app that just came out. Let me just see if I can run it. I have to go this way because I don't know any other way to navigate to it. This is Despicable Me Minion Rush. And I'm going to just run this thing so you can see how this thing performs.
So this is a little lower DPI than a Retina, but it's as high as an Acer S7, for instance, which would be a comparable.
Yes, it's slightly less than a Retina.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just performance-wise, on a Intel
great.
integrated card and on an i5, it runs clean.
This is Iris graphics.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you got a couple of things going for it. It's obviously running SSDs. You can actually do RAID setups on it.
SSDs, you said, too?
Yeah, so you have, this one has a single one, and then on the upper end, you can have
add
two
a
SSDs.
second.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
To have 512. This one actually has, it's actually the lower of the ones. It actually has 128 gigabytes on this one. So you're going to run out of space pretty quick if you're going to get this one. And mind you, this is $17.99 in terms of price.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So it's expensive for an i5 with 128 gig hard drive. 4 gigs of RAM?
8.
8, all right.
So at least it gets that.
Yeah.
And then you have a couple of things. The nice thing, though, it has a nice keyboard and it's backlit. So I don't know if you could see that.
I mean, this is an ultralight. For something as small as this is still pretty good.
Yeah, it's a clean-looking keyboard.
Pricey.
And
it
thank you for the lights there. Wow.
Glows.
Well, you won't be able to see it that way, but if I angle it just a bit, you could definitely see the light coming from an angle.
Leaking around.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's pretty clean. In terms of its design, I mean, it's a no-nonsense design. The speakers, you might want to hear it just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and go into the
And
desktop.
we'll, of course, have to give you our opinion since
Yes.
you're not going to hear at home
No.
the rich, deep sound
Yeah. So I'm
coming
gonna
out of
fire
those
this up.
tiny
Take this
speakers.
out of mute. Pretty sure John will appreciate this soundtrack. This is a great test soundtrack for this kind of
It's
stuff.
got some bass.
Yeah. But check this out. While I'm running this, one of the things that Asus does have, let me turn this down so you guys can hear me. It's actually pretty clean. Asus has this thing called Audio Wizard. So I'm going to show that to you again. Here's Audio Wizard. And it has a couple of stuff here like music mode and movies mode. And you have these controls that allow you to change the max bass and the max treble. So this allows you to mess around with Bang & Olufsen's ice power. And you can hear some bass. Now, when you heard the speakers, they sounded kind of tinny, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of expected from an Ultrabook.
Yeah.
But when you plug in your headphone or into an external speaker,
That's what this is for, right?
that's exactly what it's for. I mean, you're trying to push the audio, you're trying to push the amplifier into that sort of thing, and it works well. It sounds good. You guys are gonna just have to trust me on that. But for the most part, it sounds good. But just from the speakers from here, the stock speakers that it comes with, it's not so great. It's
No, you can't.
a famous word, tinny.
Yeah,
right.
You can't make a silk purse out of a sow's
Yes.
ear, as my mom used to say.
So aside from that, the battery life is actually pretty good. And this is using Haswell, so it's pushing about 5 to 7 hours. And of course, on Windows Pro, I'm actually running several things at the same time. And this is all running in performance. So here's some more performance demos. This is actually running in real time. This is Dungeon Hunter 4, which was just recently released for Windows 8. And it's pretty clean, I mean, the way it's running. So
Pros and cons.
that's pros and cons. Well, it has great performance for an i5. This is at 1560 by 1440. It's extremely sharp display, and it's versatile and lightweight. On the con side, the graphics card could be a little bit better. I'm hoping to see like NVIDIA. If you're paying this kind of money, you want to have GeForce inside, right? The other thing too, it has a mini HDMI, so the cables will are kind of hard to find if you're trying to use a mini HDMI. And it's pricey. That's the other big con. So at the very end, I'm going to give this a try. It's almost a buy, but if you see this thing on sale, it's definitely worth a buy. But right now,
it
it's
is
a try.
$1,800.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. I think you buy it because it looks good, right?
Yeah,
It's
well-
really the looks that you're buying.
Yeah, you're definitely getting some bragging rights.
Yeah.
So
Radford Castro, the Asus Zenbook UX301LA, the latest ultralight from Asus.